Our topic for this video is reversing a linked list. In our previous video, we talked about a singly linked list, how we create its structure, how the pointers work, how we insert data, and how we display the data. So now we're going to talk about how to reverse a linked list. This is a very basic question that is asked at university level when you're studying data structures and algorithms. So there are two types of reversing a linked list. One is you just reverse, sorry, just reverse the display, and another way is reverse the linked list. Before we do any of that, we should create the structure, which we've done in our previous video. So let's just take the structure and the pointers. So this is the structure of our linked list, and because we need to add data and need to see the data, let's take these functions as well. So now we have the functions for inserting data, displaying data, and structure of the linked list. So now let's understand how to reverse the linked list. So if you have a linked list here, if this is your linked list, your first pointer is here and your last pointer is here, and you have 1, 2, 3. This is your data. So one way to reverse the linked list is that when you call the display function, it just displays 3, 2, 1. So the order of the linked list remains the same. Your first pointer is at 1, your last pointer is at 3, but when you display it, it's displayed from the other way, from the last pointer to the first pointer. And then if this is your linked list, once again, if you have your first pointer here and your last pointer here, 1, 2, 3, but you want to reverse the linked list, what you'll do is you want the linked list to be like this: 3, 2, 1, your first pointer here and your last pointer here. So basically what's happening is that both of these pointers will be swapped. Your last pointer will come here and your first pointer will go there. Right now let's look at the display one, where we won't be changing any pointers, but we're going to be displaying it in reverse. So let's create a linked list. Let's take 5 elements. These are the addresses and these are the data values. Here the pointer of 0 will be at 1 because it's pointing at 1. For 1 will be at 2, 3, 4, and because 5 is pointing nowhere, this will be null. So because I want 5 to be printed first, right now my last pointer is here and my first pointer is over here. I want 5 to be printed first. So for that I can just simply do cout last data. If I print the data of last, I will print 5. So it's pretty simple to print the last element because we have our last pointer for that. But now I need to print 4. So I want this pointer to be here. But you need to keep in mind that first and last pointers cannot move. They cannot traverse backwards. For that you need another pointer. Like in display we took temporary. Over here let's take a pointer last2. And let's assign it the value of last. So now we have last2 pointing over here. What I want now is last2 to move over here so I can print 4. So now I'll take another pointer, current. I will assign it the value of first. And I will keep moving the current till I reach the point where current next is equals to last2. So the condition is current next is equals to last 2. So what's happening here is right now current is at 0 and the next of current is 1. Here the next of current is 2. Here the next of current is 3. And here the next of current is 4, which is also equal to last 2 because last 2 is at 4. So now when current reaches here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do last 2 is equals to current. So now my last 2 moves from here to here. My last 2 is over here and I will see out again last 2 data. And then I will keep repeating the loop. I will move current back here and then I will do it till it reaches that the point where the next of current is last 2 and so on. So let's write the code. Maybe it'll be a bit more simpler once we write the code. Let's make a function void reverse display. Now first we're gonna do see out last data. This is gonna be the first step. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a condition while first we're gonna take last 2 is equals to last. We need to define last 2, so it's gonna be a pointer. So now the condition is while last 2 is not equal to first. Why first? Because I need to move last 2 till the point where it gets to the first element over here. So I'm going to keep bringing it back here. Last 2 is here, then here, then here, and when it reaches the first element it will stop because there will be no further elements to print. So this will be my main condition. Then I'm going to take current, which will be equal to first, and then the other condition while current next is not equal to last 2. This is exactly what we're doing over here. So while current next, current is here, then here, then here, then here. So till current next does not equal last 2, we will keep on moving current. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the value of current till it reaches last 2. And once it does, I'm going to change the value of last 2 to current and I'm going to see out last 2, the data of last 2. So this is the whole code of reverse display. It looks a bit tricky because you're looking at it for the first time, but by looking here you can easily see that you took 2 extra pointers, the current pointer which is pointing at the first element and then the last 2 pointer which is going to start by pointing at the last element, but it's going to move backwards. It'll move backwards using current, so current will keep on moving forward till its next is equal to last 2. So it will come and stop before the last 2 pointer. So if last 2 is here, it's going to stop here. If last 2 is here, it's going to stop here, and so on. And it will keep on doing that till last 2 reaches the first element. And when the first element is printed, the loop will end because all the values would have been printed. So let's try to run this code. First let's do insert and display. Let's run this. So we have 1 2 3 4 5. Now let's see if our reverse display works. Semicolon here, and now let's run this. So here you can see we've gotten 5 4 3 2 1. So this is how you reverse display a linked list. Right now only the display is reversed. The first and last pointers are still pointing at 1 and 5 respectively. Now the second part of this is reversing the whole linked list. Let's put this here. Now let's talk about reversing the linked list. Reversing the linked list means, as we discussed here, it was that you have to change the pointers of the linked list from the first pointer to the last pointer. We're going to swap them. But you need to understand one other thing, that we won't just be swapping the first and last pointers. So I'm going to make a linked list here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is pointing at, wait, let me write the addresses. This is pointing at 1, this is pointing at 2, this is pointing at 3, 4, and null. But what I want now is that I want 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The address of 5 is 4, the address of 4 is 3, 2, 1, 0. So before 5 was pointing at null. Now I needed to point at 3. 3 will point at 2, 2 will point at 1, 1 will point at 0, and the first element, which is now the last element, will point at null. And now 4 will be the first one and 0 will be the last one. So we're not just swapping the first and last elements, we're changing the pointers of each of them as well, because now they're gonna be pointing in this direction. So we have to change that as well. The code for this is a bit complicated, but first I'll explain it to you over here and then we'll move on to the code. So let's look at our linked list here, this one. So now I have my first here and my last here. What I need to do is I need to come all the way here at 5 and I need to change this null to 3 because it's going to point at 3 now, so I need to change this null to 3. So I'm going to take another pointer temp over here and I'm going to take another pointer current over here. We're going to be using the same strategy that we used in the reverse display ones. I'm going to move current till here, so the code is going to be current dot next is not equal to temp. So till current dot next is not equal to temp, while we're going to do current is equals to current dot next. So now when my current will reach here, my current is here now. What I'm going to do is my temp is at the last pointer here and my current is 1 before it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do temp next. Temp is here, the next of temp is null right now. I'm going to change it to current. The value of current right now is 3. So now from null this will be changed to 3. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the value of temp to be current. So now my temp will move from here to here. And then my current will go at the start again and then it will come till here because current dot next will be equal to temp. And here it's going to change this 4 to 2 because the value of current is 2, and it will change temp dot next to current, and then my temp will move here and it will go till it reaches the first element. I know it looks a bit confusing, but let's write the code. Maybe it'll be easier then. So first what we're going to do is we're going to take the 2 pointers. Temp is pointing at last and current is pointing at first. These are the 2 pointers. Then we'll add the first loop, which is till temp is not equal to first. So temp will keep moving from last to first. Current is equals to first. Why are we writing current is equals to first here? Because every time it changes its value, temp will change its value to current, and then current will need to go back to the first element, then traverse till current dot next is equals to temp, and so on. So that's why current will be first before the second while loop. This is while current dot next is not equal to temp, we will keep on moving current. And then once we've found current, temp.next will be equal to current, and then temp itself will change to current. So this is like these two are the main loops for this code. Now we need to look at one other thing. Once our temp gets to the first value here, to the first element, we have 1 and it's pointing at 1 and it's at element 0. But now we want this to be null. So here we'll add the condition if temp is equals to null. Sorry, is equals to first. So now if temp is here, if temp is at first, we're gonna do temp.next is equals to null because we want this value to be changed to null. So we're gonna add this here. After the loops, we're gonna add if temp is equals to first. We're gonna change the value of temp.next to null. So this part of the code, this does the complete swapping of the pointers, but one more thing is left, which is the swapping of first and last. So what we need to do is we need to change first to last and last to first. So for that we're gonna take another temporary variable, let's name it temp2. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do temp2 is equals to first, then first will be equal to last, and last will be equal to temp2, which is actually first. So after this is the last part of the code. Let's take a new variable temp2. So now first is equals to last, and last is equals to temp2. So this reverses the whole linked list. How can we check? We're gonna reverse the linked list and then we're just gonna call the simple display function. Display function prints in order from first to last. So let's print display before reverse, and over here let's call the reverse function, and then display after reverse, and then let's call display again after reversing. After calling this function we'll call display, and let's remove this. So here we have display before reverse, linked list 1 2 3 4 5, and then we have display after reverse, so now it's 5 4 3 2 1. So this here shows that our reverse function worked and it reversed the linked list, because display is on the display function is only used to display the linked list from first to last, and if it's printing 5 4 3 2 1, that means the fifth element is the first and the first element is our last.